Listen, Grand Theft Auto is violent, not for kids, even though some parents will ignore the rating system just to please their little darlings. This game is not for the faint at heart, and it has been known to upload to give you some mean dopamine levels. If you don't know what dopamine is, look somewhere else for that. This is about the controversy of Grand Theft Auto, and I'm not holding back any punches, alright? Let's go with Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and 4. Now, Grand Theft Auto was the first to start off this amazing trend of shooting, stealing cars, and everything else. It started off with an over-the-top view in 1997. This game had a driving control that was amazing, though hard to see, and it did make you want to do more, go out and kill some more people. I really think that this was the game, and it should be a classic. Grand Theft Auto 2 brought the same level of excitement as the first one did, though this time it had live action cutscenes, which made it even more realistic. With a change in developers, there was also a change in the way this game was formatted. Instead of the over-the-top view, we had a third-person scene of the action, which made it more realistic and made it more gritty. It also let you fly planes, though badly, and the driving controls were a lot better since you were seeing out of the eyes of the person. The cinematic view was amazing, and I think that this game is an automatic classic for anyone who has ever played this game. You know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't, check it out if you're over 17. I never thought picking up a hooker would be so much fun, but in this game they really set it off. The flying controls were better, they had introduced a bike, new camera angles, and yes, better gunplay. This game really made a difference. Everybody, even the radio was better. The radio, nobody even thinks about that sometimes, but you know what? The radio was an amazing feature. This game also let you ride boats easier, and it was an overall classic. But something bad happened. Something very, very bad. Jack Thompson, a conservative from Florida, decides he wants to throw his hat into the video game ring after losing case after case to the hip-hop industry. He decides video games are the way to go. After the Columbine shooting, he blames Counter-Strike, Grand Theft Auto, and a bunch of other games for the delinquency of minors. He files a suit against Rockstar, Take-Two Interactive, and anything else even associated with that, along with the people who bought the game. He wins no case and ends up looking like a fool. But, trust me, this isn't the last we've heard of him. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, a marvel in itself, seeing as how you could ride an actual bicycle, fly a plane, and overall had every great attribute about the Grand Theft Auto Vice City 1, 2, and 3. It involved a level up system, which was kind of similar to an RPG, which made the gameplay kind of hard, seeing as how you needed to level up to do missions, and it was sometimes tedious how to do it. It also had a lot of features when it came on the computer. It originally released for the PS2, but when it was released for the PC and Xbox, there was a little problem. The problem that involved some hot coffee. The hot coffee mod was an extension to the game. Whenever you brought a girl into your house, they would film the door or something else inconspicuous, not to show anything. But in this game, they actually showed behind the walls. It was designed by the programmer, never to be seen, but somebody figured it out, hacked it, and now somebody else from our past has shown up to complain about it. Guess who? If you guessed Jack Thompson, you are correct. It seems Jack Thompson thought the hot coffee mod was a little too extreme for the fact that it was an M-rated game and it showed scenes of sex. It seemed that Jack Thompson was going to win this one, but yet again, he didn't. But they did settle to turn the M rating into an AO, which killed the sales, so they released Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Volume 2. The onbringer of 2008 also brought great news. Jack Thompson, the lawyer from Florida that we talked so highly about, was disbarred, freeing up Grand Theft Auto 4 from persecution. Even though other stations did, it really wasn't that bad as Jack Thompson could have made it. Grand Theft Auto 4 in itself is a marvel. Best the best Grand Theft Auto in the world. It got a 10 out of 10 by IGN. Now, I don't like IGN personally because they are biased, but they weren't this time. This game had an amazing multiplayer that no other had, and it had great flying controls. Driving controls were more realistic, though hard, and the storyline made sense from the beginning to the end, unlike some Grand Theft Autos. It also implemented a great way of making friends and keeping relationships with people. It had a great story and it had a great multiplayer. And I must say, the 1 month live card you got when you bought the game was a great addition. And it was also cool. Thanks a lot, Grand Theft Auto 4. If it wasn't for you, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. Probably still playing True Crime Streets of New York. I'm sorry. Speaking of, New York was the example of this game.